Alright, what's up, guys? Yo, what up, what up? This is Big Brandon Carter. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know that I try to read one book a week, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing that for a few years. I've been doing that since college, really. As you can see, my fucking house is basically just covered with books. I got multiple bookshelves that are just overflowing, crates of more books, all this shit, magazines, books, all this shit, nonfiction, and, something that's gonna better myself, I just do a lot of fucking reading. Shit about fitness, marketing, that was my major in college, so, I have an interest in that, personal development, self-help, shit of that nature. I want to go over some of the books that I think will really help you guys out a lot. Most of these are going to be fitness books. A lot of them are just going to be books that I think you guys will benefit from. First of all, you guys want to get Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. I just learned a lot from this book when I was a kid. If you want to get big muscles, put on muscle mass, this is basically I feel like this is a requirement. You know what I'm saying? This is a requirement. The one caveat I would have about this book is the routines are just a little bit too intense, I think, for the average, Arnold was on roids, admittedly. And I think these routines are a little bit too intense for people who are natural. You know what I'm saying? So, I couldn't do all this shit. No way I could do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? No way I can do that shit unless I, did some roids. And I love my balls too much to do roids. So, but, it's still a lot of good information, even if you don't follow the routine. If you're more into calisthenics, you know what I'm saying, which I'm definitely into that shit, this book right here is kind of like the calisthenics Bible, Overcoming Gravity by Steve Lowe. This is how I learned how to do, the front lever, the goddamn it, handstand push-ups, handstands, I'm working on my planche push up now, muscle ups. It just gives you, it gives you step by step how to do every move. You know what I'm saying? Dollars, man. It costs $50. Most expensive book I've ever bought, man. Outside of textbooks when I was in college. But it's basically a fucking textbook. Look how thick it is. So anyway, I'll put a link to this book and all the books in the description. This is another pretty good book for guys who only do calisthenics. It's called You Are Your Own Gym. It's just all about working out at home, whatever. This bitch jumping off boxes and shit, or what else, man? Yeah, she's picking up boxes. Or he's got a fucking jug of water. Yeah, so if you want to do a MacGyver workout, you want to work out with pots and pans and shit, he's got a fucking chair, all this shit, then this might be a good book for you. You'll learn something from it. Even if you don't do home workouts, if you only work out in the gym, this book, is beneficial just because sometimes I find myself in situations where I can't go to the gym, I'm on a vacation, there's no hotel, or if I go visit my mom and I'm at her house, blah, 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 blah. It's good to know. It's good to know some shit. This is a really good book. I'm not doing these in any particular order. I'm just, doing them as I see them. Huge in a Hurry, Chad Westbury. You know what? I honestly don't really like the workout programs in here. And that's because it's published by Men's Health, and their workouts, and like all things Men's Health, there's great information written, but the workouts are kind of bitch made. You know what I'm saying? The workouts are just kind of bitch, but there's really good information if you just want to learn some shit. Man, I actually just ran across this book in the bookstore, and I decided to just pick it up, man. I didn't know anything about it, but it was a really good book, man. 101 muscle building workouts. It's made by Muscle Fitness, right? Where this is just all routines that are really good for you. A lot of just really good routines. High volume shit though. You got to be going hard. Funny story about LL. I was in a rap group when I was in college, and I opened for LL, man. And this girl I had a crush on, George, chill out. This girl I had a crush on, after I got off stage, I went and started talking to her. Yo, Erica, what's up? Did you like the motherfucking show? She's like, oh, you did great. And this chick literally pushed me out the way to fucking rush to go see it, to get to the front of the stage when LL came on. And that's when I said, all right, let me go out and buy this fool's book. Let me learn his secrets, man. Teach me your secrets, LL. Teach me your secrets. So anyway, his book is really good, man. Honestly, it's well put together, well thought out. A lot of good, the workout's intense. It's good. It's well put together book, by somebody who I've looked up to for the majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? Mike Mitzer's High Intensity Training. You know what I'm saying? This is a good book. Only thing is, man, his philosophy, I'm not going to argue with him because he got results. He's bigger than me, stronger than me, all that shit. But he's very low volume, you know what I'm saying? To the point where I just don't know, man. I can't stand behind it. But it was just good to hear his perspective. I would never do what he recommends. It just goes against my whole line of theory, but he got results this way. So you might find this shit helpful. You might find this shit helpful. You might not. I don't know. I'm saying this ain't a fitness book, but you should just read it, man. You should just read it. Just take my word for it. Robert Greene is like my favorite author. So all books is. You definitely want to read 48 Laws of Power, man. I've read this shit multiple times. You see how fucked up my copy is. You know what I'm saying? Definitely read this shit. On the low, man, Robert Greene also wrote a book with 50 Cent, man, and this might be the best one. I have the most highlights out of all the Robert Greene books. I have the most highlights in this one. It's a leaner book than his other books. Like, look how thick The Art of Seduction is and the Art of Power is, and this is just so much leaner. It seems like Robert got 50 made Robert get to the motherfucking point a little quicker. So, these ain't fitness books, but you should read it, man. All books by Robert Greene, my favorite author. This is not a fitness book, but this book changed my life, man. It's Waking the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. I read this shit right before I started college. And, man, just helped me, man. This is probably one of the first nonfiction books I read that, a teacher didn't make me read. And, man, you can see, man, my copy, you know what I'm saying? I write in my books. So, I found this shit. I have a lot of writing in this one. I found this shit real helpful. Buy it, read it multiple times, man. This is not some book you read once, man. It's some book that you read. Y'all don't care about that. Oh, the Paleo Solution. This is a good book. This is the Paleo Solution, man. I don't do paleo, all right? I'm not a paleo eating motherfucker. But this book right here, there's a lot of good information in this book. I'm never going to go paleo, but this book is definitely worth the read. Just get another perspective. You might want to go paleo after reading this shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go paleo after reading this shit. But it definitely gave me a different perspective on certain things. It's definitely worth the read. Let's go over here. Let's check to my other book. This is not really a bookshelf. This is more of a book pile. It's a fucking mess over here. I got fucking keyboards laying around. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. You should read this, man. Tim is my dog, man. Tim sent me this book for free before it was published. It's a really good book. I learned a lot. Some of this shit, some of it is some of it's really good. You pick and choose what you like and what you don't like in this book. It's definitely worth the read. American Psycho. This is the only nonfiction book. This is the only novel I really have in my collection. It's a good book. It's a good book. This is not a fitness book, but it's a financial fitness book. You know what I'm saying? This is get your wallet brolic. You know what I'm saying? It's about getting your bank account swole. This is about getting them financial gains. Y'all fucking love this book, man. I read this shit in college, and shit has never been the same, man. I am a different person after reading this book. You should read it. If you're serious about getting money, you should read it. You know what I'm saying? But this is a good book, The Compound Effect. But I'm going to sum up this whole book in one sentence. Consistency is more important than anything. You don't have to be the fucking best. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the best looking. You have to be the most consistent. You will win, man. And this book illustrates that. Yo, influence. Yo, this book is the shit. I read this shit several times. Just read it. I don't really want to go into it, man. Just trust me on this one. This is a book that you want to read. You'll realize how, like, certain things, especially, you know what, the main thing you realize from this book is how certain companies manipulate people into buying their products, you know, and you don't want to fall victim to that, man. So, yo, this book is powerful, man. If you're in any kind of sales or marketing, this book should be required reading. All right, what else? Anything else over here you should read? Oh, yo, Willpower. This is a really good book, man. This is a really good book. It's not a fitness book. It's applicable to your training because let's say you lack motivation or to work out or to eat right or what have you. This book explains why you lack motivation and how to change that, man. Like this is a really good book. I think matter of fact, man, I should read this shit again. You see, I fucking wrote all in it. It was so powerful the first time I read it. So anyway, this is a good book. Fuck, bro. If you like that success shit, that, you know, self-help shit, this book goes real hard, man. The Success Principles by the homie Jack Canfield, man. It's really good book. It's on the same lines of Awaken the Giant Within. You know, if you had to pick one, I'd pick Awaken the Giant. This is probably like the next best book as far as that self-help shit is concerned. This is not a fitness book, but this is more of a diet book. Any book by Barry Sanders, man. He invented the Zone Diet. The Zone Diet, any of the Zone Diet books. This one has to do with fish oil and shit. I learned a lot from this book, no bullshit. And yo, this Zone Diet, that revolutionized the whole fitness industry. Some you should check out, some you should at least be aware of, you know. There's another one, Goals by Brian Tracy, man. Matter of fact, anything by Brian Tracy is a fucking good book, man. He's a good author. Once you read a few of his books, you don't need to read any more because he fucking repeats himself over and again. But then again, maybe, you know what I'm saying, repetition, you know, is a good thing. Explains itself, man. Goals, how to get everything you want faster than you ever thought possible. It's basically just about goal setting, how to set goals. It's not a fitness book. If you have a fitness goal, this book will help. This book will help all your goals, including your fitness goals. All right, so that's a good one. Have this other book right here, Never Get Sick Again. You know, this is a really good book. It's not a fitness book, but it's, you know, it's just about overall health, man, how to stay healthy. It's a good book. It's a good fucking book. Yo, check me out. You on a Diet by Dr. Oz. This is a really good book. You know, you'll learn a lot from this shit. I've cited this many times, man. I fucks with Dr. Oz. He does his thing. Body for Life by Bill Phillips, man. This is one of the books I read in the 90s. Bill put me on, man. Like, honestly, in the 90s, this was the dude I looked up to. Read his he had his own magazine, Muscle Media, and he's the founder of EAS Sports Nutrition. You know what I'm saying? They basically invented creatine. I wouldn't go as far as they say they didn't invent creatine, but they brought it into, they made creatine popular. Yo, this book is a really good book. You'll learn a lot, you know what I'm saying, from this shit. Squat Every Day. I found this on Amazon and I read it, and it's just a really interesting book. The way the author talks about overtraining and the difference between overtraining and overreaching, and really what the human body is possible, what the human body is capable of. I don't squat every day. I squat about 3 times a week, but this dude, he really does squat every day. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. And it's just interesting. It's just interesting philosophy. It's definitely something worth reading. Yo, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Probably one of the best books you'll ever read. I lost my physical copy a long time ago, so I got it on my Kindle. But yo, it's an awesome book. It's not necessarily a fitness book, but it will help you accomplish any goal that you have. And if fitness is a goal, then you can make it a fitness book. 351. This is anyone who's interested in powerlifting, or if your main concern is building strength, then this is a book you should read, man. A book you should read in a program that you might want to follow. Man 2.0, Engineering Alpha. This is a really good book too. It talks about how they really focus on how hormones affect the body. It's a good book. It's a good book. It's a good book. One of the authors was editor of Men's Health, so the workouts are bullshit. Like all things men's health, I'll say it again. The information is good. The workouts are bullshit. How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a fucking good ass book. It's not a fitness book, but it's definitely has nothing to do with fitness. But it's a life book. It's a life changing book. It's something. This should be fucking required reading for high school students. I feel like the world would be different if we made kids read this book. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to read probably one of the best fitness books of all time. Ultimate Cuts, 7 Secrets to Burning Fat Fast as Hell by none other than yours truly, Big Brandon Carter. If you want to know how to get ripped fast, this is the book you need to read. You don't have to take my word for it. Let's just go ahead and look on Amazon. Yo, what's that, man? 5-star reviews, man. Over 80 reviews, man. 5-star. This is a fucking awesome book. Let's see what the people say, man. See what the people say, man. It was quick to the point. Very informative information was given. Thanks for sharing, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy to follow. Honest advice and great tips. Incorporated some of the changes in my workouts. I'm already seeing results. Already. A must read. You know what I'm saying? 84 reviews, man. You know, average of 5 stars. Yo, on some real shit, even the bad reviews are good. Yo, this is the fucking worst review. Very detailed, too much for me, too much profanity in the clips. This guy is smart and well educated. Yes, I went to Howard University. And sorry to say, the book was way too scientific for me. He knows his stuff, impressive, but I'm a much lower level of scientific understanding. Look, man, I feel you, bruh. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? You still should have gave me 4 stars, though. But listen, man, fuck with this shit, man. Fuck with me, you know I got it. You know what I'm saying? Intermittent fasting, carb cycling, supplements, portion control, workouts, and cheat days. Everything you need to know, man. Everything you need to know to get ripped. Ultimate Cuts is definitely something you want to fuck with. You might want to get some subscriptions to magazines. I have a subscription to Men's Health. Like I said before, the information is good in Men's Health, but the workouts are bullshit. Muscle Fitness and Men's Health are really the only fitness magazines I read. I also get Sports Illustrated and but I do read Fast Company. I always read that. I get that every month. Rob Report every month so I can ball on you niggas. Sports Illustrated. As you can see, my fucking whole house is just covered in books, magazines, and music equipment. Like it's a fucking mess in here. I actually need a big ass bookshelf, but I'm kind of cheap, so I haven't bought one. Like, you should be reading at least 1 book a month. You know, like, don't take see, a lot of you guys, I know you're just getting your fitness advice from fucking YouTubers, man. And most of these motherfuckers is full of shit. Don't just listen to me, man. Don't just listen to other YouTubers. Read some fucking books, man. Learn something, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope this helps, guys. All the links to every book is in the description, all right? Peace.